2 days after Karnataka reported 2 Omicron cases, India has now a third confirmed case, this time from Gujarat. A 72-year-old man returning from Zimbabwe via South Africa has tested positive for the Omicron variant. Here's a report on how states are now preparing to deal with the new COVID variant. Omicron variant scare looms large over India. The newly mutated strain has sparked global fears, and India is no exception to this. After reporting 2 Omicron cases in Bengaluru, third confirmed case of the African variant has been reported in Gujarat. A 72-year-old man who returned to Jamnagar on Thursday from Zimbabwe via South Africa tested positive for the Omicron variant. Contact tracing for the patient is now underway. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel chaired a meeting with health officials to discuss containment strategy. The new variant has pushed the states across the country to step up COVID preparedness and restrictions. The Bommai government has now issued fresh guidelines after 2 cases of Omicron were reported in Karnataka last week. Only fully vaccinated people are allowed in public places. Not more than 500 people will be allowed at weddings, meetings, and conferences. Events in educational institutes like festivals have been suspended till January 15.
Compulsory testing of health workers, old person above 65 years and persons with comorbidity will be undertaken by the government. The entry to mall, cinema theatre shall be allowed only the person who have vaccinated with 2 doses of COVID vaccine 19.
The government has also decided that any cases, about 3 cases in be it apartment, hostels, schools, will be defined as clusters and henceforth. It was up to 10 cases, but now it has been reduced to anything above 3 cases will be considered as cluster, and random sample checking, especially in hostels, schools and colleges, will be taken up by the government.
The administration is trying to trace the first Omicron patient who escaped after taking a COVID negative certificate from a private lab. Government has also promised to track down 10 missing returnees who arrived in Bengaluru with a travel history from South Africa. The situation is no different in the financial capital Mumbai. The Aghadi government has already mandated 7-day home quarantine for all foreign travellers coming from at-risk countries. The BMC on Saturday came out with new guidelines to supervise such international travellers. As per the new guidelines, the CEO of the Mumbai International Airport will send a list of foreign passengers to BMC's disaster management cell, who will forward it to the war room, keeping a tab on these international travellers. The war room team will also take daily health updates from those in home quarantine.
Any violation of these home quarantine rules will lead to legal action against the traveller, and also he will be sent or she will be sent to compulsory institutional quarantine. BMC has said that to control this Omicron variant spread in Mumbai, because so that the cases of this variant does not increase in the city, these new guidelines have been put in place.
Delhi is also on its guard after 12 passengers from at-risk countries were found to be COVID positive at the airport. They are under observation at the LNJP hospital.
बाहर के देशों से जो फ्लाइट्स आ रही हैं, उनके आने वाले सभी यात्रियों का 100% लोगों का आरटीपीसीआर टेस्ट किया जा रहा है और उनको बिना टेस्ट के नहीं जाने दिया जाएगा। जिग्नोम सीक्वेंसेस लैब में चल रही है। दिल्ली सरकार की 2 लैब्स हैं, ILBS में और LNJP में, दोनों जगह चल रही हैं और उसकी रिपोर्ट 1 या 2 दिन में आनी स्टार्ट हो जाएंगी।
At the airports, there are guidelines which have been put in place for those passengers who are coming from the countries which are not in the high-risk category. They have to update their data on the Arogya Setu app, which means that the government is keeping a very close eye on all international passengers.
In neighbouring Rajasthan, 9 members of a family tested positive for COVID after 4 of them have returned from a trip to South Africa. Their samples have been sent for genome sequencing. Having learned devastating lessons from the second wave, states are determined not to repeat past mistakes and are taking no chances in tackling the new COVID strain, Omicron. And the focus is once again on testing and tracking. With Aishwarya Paliwal in Delhi, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai and Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today. My colleague Sneha Mordani explains some of the symptoms of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. Listen in.
Many people are asking the question on whether the symptoms of those patients infected with coronavirus this time around, infected with a new variant of Omicron, is any different from the symptoms that the previous patients had shown who were not infected with Omicron. The answer to that is a big yes. The symptoms are indeed different. What are the new symptoms then? Tiredness, scratchy throat, mild muscle ache and dry cough seem to be the symptoms of Omicron right now. The old symptoms of loss of smell, taste and cough is not being seen in patients who are being detected with the Omicron variant. Will RT-PCR tests help diagnosis? Yes, says the World Health Organization. Yes is the answer from the Indian Council of Medical Research as well. Does it cause more severe disease? WHO says that we do not know just yet if the Omicron variant causes more severe infection. Does it cause more infections? WHO says it's unclear, but it appears right now from whatever evidence is there that it indeed is causing more infections.
As Omicron cases are being detected in India, the debate on the need for a third booster dose has also reignited. While health experts have just suggested, in fact, that the third jab for people with weaker immunities, the government has said that it is still reviewing the need for the dose. Here's more on that.
Know that the virus has infected people who have received 2 doses of vaccine. We even know from the Israeli case that there is a person who had received a booster dose of a Pfizer vaccine, therefore 3 doses of vaccine, and still got infected. So we need much more clinical information.
There is a need and the time is now. That is the word from India's top vaccinologist, doctors, health experts on the third dose or the additional dose for those with poor immunity that may be severely compromised. At a time when the world has been confronted with the 5th variant of concern, Omicron, and India is unspared, there is a growing demand for boosters in India, hoping it would offer further protection to those with compromised immunity. The government so far has said they are studying the need for the additional dose.
बूस्टर डोज के लिए इसके इम्पेरेटिव्स क्या हैं? ये सारा अध्ययन, जब मैंने कहा कि हम जो वैज्ञानिक पहलू हैं इसके, उसको बहुत ध्यान से स्टडी कर रहे हैं, इसके ऊपर पूरी नजर है. It's an ongoing work.
But the world is in a fix, say experts, and we can't wait, as vaccine hesitancy or complacency is also setting in.
There are some concerns for India. Number one, there has been a vaccine hesitancy growing over past 1 month. And rather than having at least 1 crore vaccination per day, we are having 50-60 lakh per day. So we need to escalate vaccination. Number two, we do not know whether this vaccine will protect this variant or not. And therefore, we need to have newer research and see that this variant is also covered in the vaccination program.
The efficacy is dipping down even to 34 to 44%. Therefore, the urgent need of a third dose, which is now being called as a booster dose, but should be a part of the primary immunization. I think the boosters are extremely important in India. We should have a plan, especially for the healthcare workers, the vulnerable and the elderly with comorbids.
The focus, however, of the government is on the second dose coverage. INSAGOG, the consortium of labs undertaking genomic sequencing, has said that vaccination of all remaining unvaccinated at-risk people and consideration of a booster dose for those 40 years of age and above, first targeting the most high-risk, high-exposure, may be considered, since low levels of neutralizing antibodies from current vaccines are unlikely to be sufficient to neutralize Omicron. The risk of severe disease is still likely to be reduced. Sources within the National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization say that they're deliberating on the matter. But just yet, there is little clarity on when the concrete set of proposals for the additional dose or the third dose will be finalized. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today.